What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video where we will talk about Memphis Depay, the prolific Dutch striker who is a free agent in the summer. So Liverpool could bag themselves an absolute bargain transfer, and I think this is a no-brainer if we can convince Depay to come to Liverpool, because as I said, he is in the form of his life. He's very prolific. He scores around 1 goal every 3 games, and I think, and many other pundits and Liverpool fans think, that we should sign a number 9, an out-and-out striker, because Bobby Firmino's form is really concerning, really worrying. The past 12 months he has seriously declined. Even his famous work rate is not as good as it used to be. Is it because fans are not in the stadium and Firmino is an extrovert, an emotional player, and he misses the Liverpool fans and what adrenaline they give to him? Or is it because of his age, and is it because Firmino is past his best years? Let me know what you think about that in the comments below. And of course, if you enjoy these Liverpool transfer news episodes, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. And James Pearce wrote this in The Athletic: there have been occasional flashes of brilliance from Bobby Firmino this season. The assist to Mo Salah in the defeats to Man United and Leicester, the goals home and away to Tottenham, the role he played in the demolition of Crystal Palace in December. Since we beat Crystal Palace 7-0, Liverpool have 9 points in 11 games. That is absolutely shocking. It's relegation form. And the influence of Liverpool's number 9 has really gone downhill. And an absolutely shocking return of just 6 goals in 35 appearances in all competitions this season can't be ignored. Firmino only scored 1 goal in his past 14 games. Firmino is an Anfield legend, but his powers are waning. And whether it's to replace him or just give him a breather at times, Liverpool need to buy a new number 9. And I fully agree with James Pearce. I think that Firmino is maybe past his best, or he's just having his worst run of form. He has never been like a 30 goal a season striker, but he had seasons where he scored 20, 25, 27 goals. And now let's look at Memphis Depay, because many newspapers are reporting that Liverpool joined the race to sign Memphis Depay on a free transfer because he can already negotiate with the likes of Liverpool, because he has less than 6 months left on his contract, and he can negotiate with Liverpool or Barcelona. They are the 2 clubs that are most keen on Memphis Depay, and he's in the form of his life. As I said, he already has 15 goals this season in 27 games. He scored last season 15 goals in 22 games, and before that he had almost in every season he was very reliable. So he's not a very injury prone player, Memphis Depay. He scored 12 goals in the previous season, but in his first full season, just 6 months after signing from Man United, he scored 22 goals in 51 games. And so he's a striker who scores 1 goal every 3 games, and he's also very versatile. He can play as a number 9, as a center forward, but he can also play on the wing. He can play as a number 10 behind the striker, and he's a very unpredictable player. He has flair, he has dribbling skills, he's very creative as well, and he has a lethal finishing ability. If you watched him play for the Netherlands, he's very good there as well. He scored 21 goals for the Dutch national team in 59 games, and of course he's good friends with Wijnaldum, with Virgil van Dijk, and I think Wijnaldum might leave Liverpool, but still Van Dijk will be at Liverpool next season. So Memphis Depay could come in and play straight away, because he knows the Premier League. He can start in top form, because with his good friend Van Dijk, I'm sure that Van Dijk will ease him into the playing in the Liverpool side. And to sign a player with such talents like Memphis Depay on a free transfer is a no-brainer for Liverpool. And the thing is that I think we can convince Depay to come to Liverpool, and it would be a much needed boost, and Liverpool could save up some money to replace Wijnaldum, because we need probably a good attacking midfielder who could be maybe even better than Wijnaldum in terms of scoring goals. I would love to see Liverpool go for James Maddison, but I don't think Liverpool would sign him, because it would cost so much money. Leicester would want 60-70 million for an English Premier League proven attacking midfielder who is young as well. But I think Memphis Depay is obtainable. attainable for Liverpool. So I think that we should go all out and offer Memphis Depay a good contract with good wages. And Memphis Depay is valued at around 35 to 40 million pounds. So to get a 40 million pound player on a free transfer would be absolutely brilliant transfer business by Liverpool. And this is exactly what the likes of Michael Edwards are so good at. And also Memphis Depay would be hugely motivated, almost desperate to show in England in the Premier League how good of a player he is, because when he signed for Man United, everybody was expecting Memphis Depay to be the next Cristiano Ronaldo, and he's not that type of player. He's not as good, he's not as prolific, and maybe the pressure got to him. Maybe he needed more time to succeed in English football, because we have seen flashes of brilliance from Memphis Depay when he played for Manchester United, but he was shipped out just 6 months after his first season, never really been given a chance. And Jamie Carragher also defended his criticism of Liverpool, which was a little bit harsh, but what I fully agree with Jamie Carragher with is that Liverpool can't excuse not winning for 6 games in a row, which hasn't happened, and losing 4 games in a row at home. 6 games in a row at home winless, 4 games in a row defeats in a row at home, which hasn't happened for 98 years. There is a reason that Liverpool don't lose 4 home league games in a row for 98 years. It's because that is an absolutely shocking statistic. And Jamie Carragher said the problems Liverpool have with centre-backs out and midfielders at centre-back does not mean that they cannot win home games against Everton, Brighton, Burnley and West Brom. Yes, you can lose to Man City, you can draw to Man United, but not beating Everton, Brighton, Burnley and West Brom, those 4 teams, that's inexcusable. Even with the centre-backs out, you should be beating at least 2 or 3 of those 4 teams. And Carragher said it's not an excuse for individual games. No matter what problems you have as a Liverpool player, you can't not win at home for 6 games. That is not acceptable at Liverpool. The reason I don't want to use Virgil van Dijk as an excuse, because Liverpool started the game against Everton with 10 Champions League winners. That is why it is not an excuse in individual games. They have to find a way to win. And Carragher said, I've played in many teams that were not as good as this Liverpool team, but they find a way to win. We beat Everton twice with 10 men. So when we are talking about Jurgen Klopp doing something different, it's not ripping everything up. Of course it is not, but I do think there could be some tweaking in the system. Maybe do a 4-2-3-1 formation, bringing in an extra attacking player in, because Liverpool are struggling to score goals. Defensively, is there a case that they could put the defense 10 yards further back just to add further protection to young players like Nat Phillips, Ozan Kabak? With the high line that they are playing at this moment, Ozan Kabak is struggling, Ben Davies is coming in, Phillips is going to play, and those players need more protection. Jurgen Klopp never played as high line as this one when he first came in his first 2 or 3 seasons. And actually that's a very good observation. I also want to share with you guys what Paul Merson said when he tried to predict who will finish in the top 4. Man City are in, obviously, that's the easy part. And next, Paul Merson said, I have to stick with Man United and Leicester, who are a very good team. The top 3 will now stay there, in my opinion. After that, this is so difficult. You know me, I don't like to sit on the fence, but I'm finding it really hard to pick a team for the final 4th spot. Despite their super season so far, I don't see West Ham lasting the distance, and that means a spot is up for grabs. 4th place is still gettable. Everton have got the fixture list to make a challenge, but I do worry about their consistency. For me, it's between Chelsea and Liverpool for the final spot. If Chelsea have a good March, that's it, they are in. But I worry about Chelsea scoring enough goals. I can't see them blowing teams away. I've always said Liverpool will make it, but when push comes to shove, it's so hard to stick with them. At the moment, it's hard to get away from Liverpool's form and the fact that luck is just not with them. You look at the games they have lost and you look at the games they have coming up and wonder if they can turn it around. They should beat Sheffield United, but there is doubt there, especially with no defenders. I've shown so much faith in them, but the players keep dropping like flies and getting injured left, right and center. The one player I want on the pitch out of all their players at the moment is Jordan Henderson. When things are not going well, he's the leader. He's the player that gets people going. With him now being out of the team, it's a bit of a worry. It feels like I'm just going with the name and not looking at the performances and results. The teams they haven't beaten is very worrying. I don't know why, but I have to stick with Liverpool. Please don't ask me why, but I'm keeping the faith with Jurgen Klopp and his side. And I still believe that Liverpool will turn it around, but they have to start winning very, very soon, because we are just in the worst run of form that I've seen in many, many years as a Liverpool fan. And I also want to share with you guys what Peter Crouch said about Liverpool's recent form. The derby against Everton is not the only match where Liverpool haven't turned up. They have been well off the pace recently, but to be honest, I thought back to the start of the season and there were warning signs then. I just feel there has been a big drop and the balance of the team has completely gone. No Virgil van Dijk has led to no Jordan Henderson and Fabinho in midfield. Those two players provide so much, and without them orchestrating things, Liverpool have lost their way. This is not something I ever expected to write up, but they really do have it all to do if they want to finish in the top 4. I don't want to look at the derby though without giving Everton due credit, because they played really well. So many players made that possible. Jordan Pickford was outstanding. Peter Crouch also said that Mo Salah hasn't been given the respect he deserves, and he explained why he said that. He said, I feel there is an expectancy that Salah will just score 30 goals a season as if it is just a run-of-the-mill, like everyday achievement. I know he has won a lot of individual awards, but I'm not sure he's widely appreciated as much as he should be, even by Liverpool fans. Let me put it like this: people still talk about Ian St. John with great respect and reverence. Everyone knows he was the man who scored the goal that won Liverpool their first FA Cup, and he's spoken of with great fondness 56 years on. He gave Liverpool a decade of unbelievable service. Salah's goal in Leipzig just took him level with Ian St. John in the all-time scoring chart. Ian St. John, it took him 10 seasons, 10 years to score that amount of goals. For Salah, it took 3.5 seasons. I don't feel he is loved. He is been loved by supporters in the way that Liverpool fans loved Luis Suarez and Fernando Torres. Yet he has won all there is to win at Liverpool and outscored both. Maybe not the FA Cup or the League Cup, but every other trophy Mo Salah has won. I don't know whether it's because Salah is just ruthlessly efficient, but my gut feeling is that he deserves a bit more respect. And I fully agree with Peter Crouch here. He actually makes a very, very good point. Salah is very underappreciated because he's putting up better numbers than Cristiano Ronaldo at Manchester United, and Ronaldo at Man United was already talked about as one of the best players. If Messi and Ronaldo wouldn't be playing right now, then Salah would be one of the best and most prolific players in the world. I mean, he is already one of the best, but he would be the best player in terms of his goal scoring numbers. If you don't, maybe Lewandowski is scoring more goals than Salah, but that's it. Apart from Ronaldo and Messi, no other person, no other footballer is putting up numbers like Salah except Lewandowski, and that's an absolutely outrageous that Salah is just scoring 30 goals, maybe even 35 in a struggling Liverpool team. Liverpool are struggling for goals, and yet Salah is still the top scorer in the Premier League, and that is an absolutely huge credit to Salah in my opinion. And that's it for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.